God warns the enemy is stealing your miracle. If you skip this, you'll miss crucial information about what's really happening. No, this isn't just about God. Before we go on right now, I feel the Holy Spirit putting these words on my heart for you. There is more to this than just a guess about God. These are the words of the person who shaped you before you even had a name. They were spoken so that you could understand what's already coming your way. Please, chosen one, sit down. Don't just take it at face value. Let your body rest wherever you are. Do not hold yourself up. Get your hands off of what they're on and spread them out. You won't be able to understand what I'm about to say if your mind or body are busy. You can't grab what's coming into your life. It's only possible to let it in, and you need to be calm, which is something the world has been trying to teach you for years. Allow me to share my story with you. Please sit down and pay attention. A heavy load has been on your back for a long time. It's not just the hard times, though they have been real, hard, and clear. You have also been worried because you don't know what any of it means. The weight of staying true when everything seemed to be quiet. Prayers echoed through rooms that didn't seem to have anyone in them. The stress of mornings when you chose to keep going even though you couldn't see any reason to. That morning has been seen by me many times. Each and every one. Please pay close attention. None of them were pointless. You're not here by accident. You got to this message, these words, and this point in time through something much more powerful than luck. You'll know not only what's coming, but also why every hard season was worth it to get here before we're done. Because big things are about to happen in your life. It's not just a bit of something. It's not simple, comfortable, or easy to handle, and it doesn't fit well with your current life. Huge things are coming your way right now, and you'll need both hands open to hold them. A calm feeling has been building up inside you. It began slowly and then grew into a soft urgency that doesn't quite fit with how your life seems to be right now. A sense that something is close and that the air around you has changed in a way that your mind can't fully understand, but your spirit does. It's been hard for you to put into words. As you try to figure out if the faith you feel is real or if you are just hoping too much, now is the time for me to answer. You're not just wishing or making things up when you feel this way. What you've been feeling is a sign of what's to come. Like how the air feels before it rains. Sometimes it's strange how quiet a room is before someone important walks in. That is what you have been sensing, and you have been right. Some of you have noticed that the way you pray has changed. You didn't ask for things like you used to inside. You stopped trying to make deals with heaven and started to just rest in it. That change didn't happen because of you. It slowly took over you without your choice. In that moment, you questioned whether you had given up, whether your faith had grown weak, or whether you were just too tired to ask any longer. Now, I want you to stop worrying about that. What happened in your prayer time wasn't being tired. It's a fresh start. You stopped praying so hard around the same time I began getting things ready. Those two things don't happen by chance. These things are linked. When you hold something tightly, you can't let go of it. It's not worse to have an open hand than a closed one. You can take things in with an open hand. Some of you have been pulling away from people lately. A quiet voice inside you told you that the next place you're going doesn't need the same crowd that's been with you. It's not because you're mad or proud. You felt bad about pulling away. You've been wondering if you're isolating yourself too much and if there's something wrong with you. You're fine. You are being set apart. Being alone is not the same as being set apart. Being alone means you don't belong. Being different means getting ready for a new way to belong. After this time of being apart, there will be a group of people who are excited about the season you're entering. Not the one you're leaving. Getting away didn't mean cutting ties. It was going somewhere else. If your spirit just agreed with what I said, type 777. Because the person who made you pull away wants you to know they did it on purpose and that the end is near. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. For some of you, you're feeling a deep peace mixed with a sadness that doesn't seem to have anything to do with anything real. You missed the way your life used to be. You knew it was good, not because it was always good. And even happy endings are sad. Even the ones you prayed for. I don't play that down. I respect it. But here's what it means. That you feel both peace and sadness. The ending isn't the end of your story. The part that ends wasn't big enough for what I wrote next. The sadness is like putting a bow on a chapter. And the new chapter isn't just a changed version of the old one. The story is very different and takes place on a different level. Some of you have been having weird dreams lately. Not scary ones, but unique ones. Dreams where something was said or shown that stuck with you for days after you woke up, making it impossible to fully explain or forget. You didn't want to sound dramatic or weird, so you didn't say them right away. Keep them in mind. I talk to people at night when I'm getting ready for a new start. Your dreams aren't just something your mind is making up to make you feel better. They are like important gatherings. You're getting a sneak peek at what's to come before it comes out in full. This is also there. That's how long most of you have been waiting, that it's become a part of who you are. You don't know who you are without it after being in it for so long. It's now your home address to wait. Not only what shows up is going to change. It shows up as who you are. The time you had to wait wasn't just for me to get something ready for you. It had to do with what I was making inside you. Now, I'm going to show you that part. It's not just a bunch of signs I want you to hope are good that I'm talking about. That's right. I'm showing a pattern. Getting away from things that don't fit anymore. How prayer has changed. The unique dreams. The sadness for no clear reason. The strange peace that doesn't make sense. The sense that something is getting closer. It all leads to the same truth. You are in the beginning of the most important time of your life. And I sent you this message so you would know about it before it happens, not after. You have been hearing for a while. You're still here. That's not a little thing. Don't skip this message for those people. They stay and you already know why you're still here. I'd like to talk about a certain thing related to that feeling of closeness. A lot of you have been in a quiet battle between two strong emotions. First, the feeling that a big event is about to happen and your life will change forever. Second, the awareness of having felt that way before and then seeing months or years ago by without the something you thought was coming soon. There have been times when your hopes were dashed. You now carry that feeling with a shield that says, don't get too invested just in case it doesn't come. I want to love that cautious doubt. You weren't wrong when you felt close to someone in the past, but things didn't go as planned. They were real. It didn't look like what you had in mind when it arrived. You could feel movement, but you were only seeing it through the lens of what you were picturing. The way I feel now is different. It's not louder or more dramatic. It's calmer, quieter, and more like knowing than hoping. When you feel that sure of something, it means that a new season is almost here. Some of you have felt like someone or something has been helping you behind the scenes over the last few weeks or months. Not just cared for, but also like things are being put together, pieces are being moved, and your name is being called in places you haven't even been invited to yet. That's how you should feel. Right now, your spirit is picking up on what's going on in the background of your life. This season wasn't something you hoped for. You were dragged into it. What's going on inside you hasn't caught up with your outside life yet. The people around you don't see any changes which they can see. There's a movement inside you though that you can't see yet. An effort that doesn't hurt and a weight that doesn't weigh you down. It's not that I'm slow, that the outside hasn't caught up to the inside. It's because I'm careful. Something I'm making for you can't be rushed or it will break. The person who is going to receive the blessing has to be a certain size. And the process that makes them that size takes time. Now I'm telling you that the process is almost done. The shaping is almost done. And when it's over, what was planned for you will be given to you. After this big event, which it will, you'll fully understand something that you can't fully understand now. It'll be clear that it's big for more than just what's coming. The person who gets it has been made big enough to hold it without breaking. The blessing and the person who carries it go well together. It took me a while to send this to you because I wanted you to be able to handle it without getting lost in it. That person is now you. It looked like Mary, the young woman, was just another person. There was nothing in her life that made me think she was picked for what was to come. Her job wasn't important. Gave her any power or showed that the job she was about to get made any sense in human terms. Then out of the blue, without any warning, without time to think, and with no good reason to back up her answer, a message arrived. There was no talk, no contract with rules, and no detailed plan with escape routes. There was only an announcement. You have found favor. You will carry something that no one has ever carried before. Is she good enough? That was not her answer which changed everything. There was no need for more time to get ready. Let it happen to me as you said was the simplest and most powerful act of faith. She could say when she gave up trying to control things. She started to believe the impossible. And I want you to know something important about how that story went. The getting ready didn't happen before the announcement. Because of the announcement, the planning took place. The favor began the shaping. She wasn't made and then picked. She was picked first and then she was shaped. This is how I do things. What about the part of you that has been trying to fix your life before asking for help? To be worthy before waiting for the word. It might bother you. That's not the right order. What's going to happen to you was planned out before you were ready for it. You were getting ready during the call, not before it. What I've been seeing in you isn't based on what you've done. Because you are ready to give up. There was more to those times than just discipline. There was more to the times you stayed in a place that didn't offer a clear reward and the times you prayed instead of trying to fix things yourself. Those were times when things changed. The kind that is sneaky while it's going on. Of the kind that isn't clear until something big shows up to show what was built. I want to tell you what was being built during each hard time because I think you should know what the hard time was for. I helped you grow deep roots, the strength to be strong inside yourself instead of belonging to a person or group when you were feeling lonely. So you won't have to beg for the people of your next season when they come. You'll be happy to have them. When you were turned down, I was teaching you to be wise and figure out what fits your path instead of what feels normal and easy. When you were having trouble with money, I was building your faith in help that doesn't come from being able to make it on your own. So when plenty comes, you'll know it wasn't your own work, and you'll hold it with open hands instead of grabbing it tightly. During those times when your prayers didn't come true, I worked on your trust in a timeline that isn't yours and doesn't need you to understand it in order to work. Every limit was a place to get better. Every door that shut was a lesson. The lessons weren't meant to punish them. They were getting ready. This unique process is called ezeraph in Hebrew. It means to clean with fire. To heat something until it's pure and nothing else is left. Someone who works with gold doesn't burn it because it's not good enough to use. Gold is valuable enough that the goldsmith feels it's worth making pure. You didn't have to go through hard times because you're broken. You had to go through hard times because what's inside you is worth being cleaned up. That lie has been with you through all of your hard times. The lie that says having trouble shows how lacking you are. That things would go better if you were more religious, spiritual, or aligned. Get this now. The fire doesn't show that I'm mad. The fire shows that I put money into it. I don't put fire into things I don't care about. Take a real breath here. Not just for practice. One real breath. Take some time to think about what was said before moving on to the next part. Right now, there's nothing you need to fix. You don't need to know what to do next. It's enough to just listen and let it sink in. If something changed in you during this part of the message, type I see it. That should tell you that your spirit just got it. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Now, I want to talk about something that has to do with how your mind is set up to take in what I say, because this message isn't all about spiritual things. The book also talks about how your brain was meant to work and what has stopped it from doing that in you. I want to name it now because it will be different after I name it. The block you felt isn't just a spiritual one. That's also how your brain works. Many years of working hard, showing off, and thinking all the time have changed the way your brain works. It no longer goes into that special state where you can receive things. Not getting anything done or achieving anything, just receiving like an open channel. And there's something that was made 300 years ago to fix that. A set of sounds that have been kept safe in the ancient Vedic tradition and have been perfectly passed down from holy places to teachers to students for 300 years. These sounds open up the channel that a busy pushing mind has blocked. There is a path made just for people whose spirits have been wanting this kind of healing. It's in the name of the message and the first comment below it. No one is asking for it. There is a door there, but only for those whose spirit says it's right. Before this message ends, I'll say more about this. The most important part of shaping hasn't been talked about yet. So, let's go back to it. You are developing a unique skill that will allow you to handle what's coming without being overwhelmed by it. Because big things need big boxes. You've been shaped through every season, every closed door, and every delay. It all added up to make that container bigger. You're not behind. You have reached the point where the shaping required you to be. And it's done. Most people get the wrong idea about how I give when I teach you this idea. A lot of people believe that what they get in life is due to what they deserve or have worked for. They say that a blessing is a reward for being good in spirit. Get rid of that idea right away, because what's coming your way isn't pay. It's not a reward for your hard work. It's not because you were good or what you did was enough. What's coming is a gift. And gifts aren't about the person who gets them. A gift is about the person who gives it. What's coming your way is huge. And it's not because you earned it. It's huge because the person giving it has an infinite supply. No limits and no obligations to meet. I give everything I have to give. Now you know where you are. You can't guess how much I can give you. There are 3 things that are happening at the same time. Things have been getting ready for these 3 parts of your life to meet at the same time. This isn't because everything happens in threes, but because they are about to. The first step is to find the right people. People who are excited about your next season are already on their way to you. They might not look the way you thought they would. They might not come through the routes you've been looking for, but they bring something you need to get where you're going. You won't be able to explain them, but you'll know them by how peaceful you feel. There will be a meeting, or there already was one, where you felt like this is for this season. Nobody made you feel that way. That was direction. When someone comes into your life, pay attention to who brings peace and not stress. The second is a fresh way to get help that you haven't thought of before. This is how I usually work when I need to make a breakthrough. I shut the door you were staring at for long enough for you to look somewhere else. And when you take your eyes off of it, you see the door I actually prepared. You already have help set up for next season. It's coming to you already. You don't have to make it happen or beg for it to happen. It's your job to be open when it comes. You are more open now than you have been in a long time. The third is getting back something that was taken from you without your permission. Something that made you sad and then made you feel better. Something that you let go of because it hurt too much to hold on to. Please understand that letting go of a loss does not mean accepting that it is gone for good. It's because of these things that I take them in one season that I can serve them to you better in another. The last form wasn't what you lost. The version you are getting back is the one that couldn't have been given to you when it was first taken. Someone bigger and more skilled was needed to carry it. It's not a copy. The return it will be better, and it's on its way. I want to name a fourth thing that doesn't quite fit into the blessing group. It's more like an installation. In the new season, you'll start using a power you haven't had before. Not the power that comes from having a job. Not the kind that needs a stage, a fancy name, or a group to work with. Power of the Spirit. Like the kind that someone gets after going through fire and coming out with something real. The kind that makes a space quiet when you enter it. Every spirit in the room can feel the weight of what you carry. Not because you want to show off your strength. You are now getting that power. You'll know it's there not because you feel strong, but because what you say hits deeper than you meant. All the weight of what you've been through over the years is coming out through your voice. For one more person who is stuck in a long silence and doesn't know it's about to end, please press the like button slowly. One more clear and simple sentence before I show you the exact path that was planned for this season. That's not what I want for you. I want what comes next to land in a clear, calm part of you. The truth is that you have been intentionally shaping for a while now. There was no point in waiting. The preparation is done. You are ready for what's coming because of the skills you already have. The what has an old useful form that I want to show you. That's the why. It's true that you were made to receive, not just struggle. This message has been building up to this point. Your brain was made to be open to receiving information before the world changed it. This state of calm alertness was something that smart people worked for 300 years to find a way to return to. The constant thinking, proving, and noise of modern life stopped that state, but it's not going to stay blocked. It can be taken back. There is still the old way to get it back. That's the useful part. So, is you. You are the one whose hands are opening and whose shape is done. Indian wise men tuned a sound 300 years ago in temples whose walls are still there. Not for ceremonies or shows, but just for one reason: to make it possible for what had been promised to be given. They knew that there was a certain state of the mind where receiving was easy and a different state where it was completely blocked. Long before modern tools could measure it, they named the open state the receiving channel, the doorway, and the posture of the child. The blocked state, on the other hand, was called the noise of striving, the closed fist, and the frequency of constant reaching without resting. To get rid of the striving noise and bring back the receiving channel, they made a system of sounds. They kept it secret in 9 words and a certain sound pattern that was passed down from teacher to student and generation to generation without a break for 3,300 years. These wise men talked about the receiving channel. These days, tools measure it as alpha activation. Today we use tools to measure what they called striving noise as beta hyperactivity. The old names and the new measurements both refer to the same thing, but they do so in different ways and at different times. Someone from today, their name won't be given out because the lineage is more important than them, left the noise of everyday striving and spent decades looking for what the Vedic tradition still held. He found the 9-word memo that had not been changed. He saw that the sound system was still working. He put them both in a way that modern ears could understand. It was known as the wealth signal by him. This 5-minute audio uses the special 2-ear sound design that the Vedic wise men encoded along with the 9-word script that was passed down through their teachings to calm down the busy overactive brain and bring back the calm open state. It will dissolve the striving pushing mindset that gets in the way of receiving and bring back the state that was dimmed in you not because of anything you did but because of the noise of the world you were born into. It was never about getting something when you said ask and it shall be given. It's always been about how you do it. People who try harder aren't the ones who get what they want. They are the ones whose line is free. The wealth signal is an old way to get back to the open channel. Go back to the position of the child that the Bible talked about. This is where what was promised can finally come true. The wise men of the Vedas saw this state of mind as that of a child who hasn't yet learned to doubt their father's care. The wealth signal gives you the most useful down-to-earth 5-minute solution you can get right now. This path has been walked by more than 19,500 people. There are more than 95 people out of 100 who stick with it, who don't say that big sudden events are the main change. They say that their everyday feelings changed, that their inner world became quieter and that things started to come to them differently. This wasn't because they worked harder, but because the way things come to them was fixed. The sign was there all the time. It was hidden by the noise. The normal cost is $49. It costs $39 for those this message is for. There are 4 extra things that come with the audio. It doesn't cost anything extra to get materials worth more than $338. The path is in the message's description and the first comment below it. It's there for people whose hearts say yes. Not an order or a due date, but a possibility. The kind I put there is just right for a certain type of person at a certain type of turning point. This one. Pay close attention to the source before you click on anything in the description. This is exactly what the real path looks like. Everywhere there are real paths, there are copies. Don't let confusion take away what was put there just for you. It says the real door in the title and description. Those are the only 2 spots. People who felt moved by what was said can come in at any time. The door will stay open. There is more to hear here for those who are still listening. Now, I need to name something that most chosen people who are here right now really feel. It's not an outside enemy. There's an inner pattern that has been there for you through every hard time, and right now it might be the only thing stopping you from getting this big thing. The word for it is unworthiness. Not the angry loud kind, the calm type, the kind where your mouth says yes, but your heart doesn't quite agree. It comes out as putting things in a negative light, making sense of signs that point to the truth, or telling yourself that you're probably making things more important than they are, as an automatic inability to fully accept a blessing or a promise from God without adding an asterisk to it right away in your mind. As a tendency to feel better about giving than receiving, as a seemingly automatic way to avoid anything that makes you feel like you deserve the full promise. It wasn't like this pattern just showed up. At some point in your life, it was dangerous to need. It wasn't okay to want. People who took up the same amount of space as they really were punished or not cared about. And your body's defense system, which job is to keep you safe above all else, learned to stay small in the presence of your blessing, so that neither the blessing coming nor could break you. That defense, though, did its job. You are no longer safe with it. It's the only thing standing in the way. So, please let it go. Not all at once, but just enough. Just enough to let what is huge land without making up a reason right away why it probably doesn't mean what it clearly means. It is okay for you to receive. You are free to live the whole life that was planned for you before you were given a name. You can be the one who finds the blessing as well as the one who gives them to others. You can say yes to the promise without having any doubts. You have the right to think that the message was specific enough to include you. Stop making yourself less important than your calling just to feel safer about your situation. You can grow past the smallness that you learned in hard times to help you stay alive. That being small helped you back then. It won't help you in the future. And you don't have to keep having small thoughts about the past if you just agreed to let go of that protection. Type the words, "I receive." Let that sentence start the process of unlocking. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. One more thing to talk about before we end. It has to do with who you really are. Not what you do or how your life looks, how you came to be. As soon as you walk into a room that has forgotten what light feels like, you bring it back. Just being there changes what was dark without you even trying to. You've known this all your life, but you've never been able to put it into words. You leave talks better than when you arrived. You can see people as they really are before they do. Yes, that's not just how you are. There's a job there, a specific job. That's why some people come to you when they're having a hard time, even if they can't explain why. You are the voice that says what other people feel but can't say. When you're being completely honest, there are things you say that make the people around you feel something. These things can be sadness, hope, or confusion that didn't have words before. It's not just that your words were timed well. That has to do with your assignment. Your voice wasn't given to you for your own good, but to help everyone you wish to reach. People who need your words will not hear them if you shut it down because you feel small, scared, or strong enough. Breaking the cycle is what you do. What kept happening in your family and the community around you stops with you. That's not because you chose to be special, but because you were put here in history, family, place, and time to be the one who looks at the pattern and says, "This is where it ends." Take that as a compliment. That is the most specific and well thought out award I can give. You can't just tell yourself these things until you believe them. This is a description. The task is not something you earn. You are that thing. What's coming into your life isn't a reward for going through it. The tools are what let you carry it at the full size it was designed to be carried. Before we leave, I'd like to do something with you. Stand up in your mind, not where you are now, and in the version of your life that comes after what's going to happen. Picture yourself as the person who has already received the message, not the person who is still waiting. Place yourself there. Feel what it's like to not have to wait. Feel the calm eyes, the open hands, and the quiet that isn't empty, but full. Take note that this copy of you still sounds and looks like you. What makes you different is not how you look. There is a difference in how you feel. The inner peace, the lack of noise, and the presence of what was always there below it. That version of yourself is real. That's what I've been working toward with each season you've been through. It has never been closer between where you are now and where that version of you is. My beloved, I want to end this message by telling you the thing I've been dying to say. Not an outline or a list of steps, but the main idea. I see you. Not the version that does everything for other people and keeps it all together. Not the one that comes up when things are simple. The one who is by themselves tired and carrying something it's hard to explain to anyone else. The one that has been true in the dark, the quiet and the long mornings when continuing to go cost more than anyone will ever fully understand. Yes, that is the version I love the most. That version was seen. It was seen in every single moment in the quiet. No one forgot about you. It kept you safe. No one can see those who have been forgotten, not even the person who made them. People who are kept safe are hidden for a while because what's being built inside them needs to be kept from getting out before it's ready. Being hidden helped protect you. Your waiting was building. The building is now complete. Now I speak over you, not because you deserve it, but because this word is yours and it's time to receive it. Someone like you is made for this moment. Not a different one. Not one that is easier or has more resources, but this one. Because of the things you've been through and the prayers you've said and the things you won't give up, the person in this exact combination and at this exact moment is the one for whom what's coming was planned. It's not too late. You're not behind. You arrived just in time for something that needed the exact version of you that you are now. Let go of the things that were taken from you without your will. Let go of the weight you've been carrying for years in silence. Let go of all the doors that are shut. Let go of the sadness of the almost. The almost big step forward. The door was almost open. The season that was supposed to be the entrance turned out to be a waiting room. Let go of everything. Let it go. You can't hold on to the past and receive the future at the same time. Not because it didn't matter, but because you can't. What is being held in the hands now cannot also hold what is coming. What was taken from you during the times you don't want to remember is coming back to you. Every year of confusion that you thought took away from your life wasn't taking anything away. It cost money to do and money put in comes back with more. There's something wrong with the way you've been keeping track of your life. I have been counting the time you think you've lost as time that has been shaped. It's not lost time for shaping. At this point in the calling journey, you can get the most done. You're not someone who just got through tough times and got weaker. It's possible that the person who went through hard times would not have come out bigger, more capable, more deeply rooted, or more specifically ready for the task than they are now. That's what I made you. That's what you are. And the big thing that's coming your way was made just for you in this form. With all your might, type the words, I am ready. Say that sentence to the person who shaped you, kept you safe, and has been building you up for your next season with the same care that was used to shape you before you took your first breath. Now, be quiet. Think about what was said. Feel it move from what you've heard to the parts of you that are waiting to be able to believe again. You're not going to leave this message alone. Someone said something to you that they can't take back. You were named something that you can't take back. During this time, something changed in you that your circumstances haven't caught up with yet. They will, though. Just one more thing before you leave. You left early because you didn't have anything else to do. Something inside you told you that this was meant just for you, so you stayed. I want to respect that. Let your light be your agreement, not for anyone or anything else, but for yourself that you got what was put here for you. If this message confirms something you've been feeling, if it put into words a sadness or hope you've been carrying without words, if it brought peace to something that felt unsettled, then this is the message for you. Stay in touch if you want more words like this as the seasons change. More words are being written to get ready for the next part. What was said here is just the beginning. It's not the end. It was moving to hear about the 300-year Vic tradition and the modern path built on it, as well as the idea of bringing back the ability to receive. The door is in the description and the first comment. It's there. It stays there in a quiet moment when your spirit says it's true. That's the right time. One more thing before you go. If you thought of someone today while you were listening, someone who has been unusually quiet lately, someone who has been avoiding everyone and isn't sure why. On the outside, this person seems strong, but you can tell there's something more going on. Send them this text. No matter what you have to do, send it. This message could be the one that tells them what they're going through isn't punishment. They are getting ready and they are almost done. The big thing is also coming for them. That's what they deserve to hear. You're not just sending a message, you're ending a season. Go be the person you were always meant to be. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.